Okay, so this is kind of a follow-up that we're doing here today. This is a piece that was done at the shop about, I would say, 2.5 years ago, something like that. It was like early, mid 2023.
Yep.
So it's quite a while now since this happened. That does matter because so many people will be, expecting this to be tragic by now. But we had a woman inquire about a cover-up on her neck here at the shop. She had like what I can only describe as like a tribal banana on her neck.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what this shape was supposed to be, but it's not the ugliest thing I've ever seen, but it's certainly not flattering on a woman's neck.
No.
I can't even imagine putting this on a woman, at the time, very young woman's neck. It's pretty fucking crazy. But
Right.
I mean, people want what they want. And she comes to us. She'd been to, I don't even know, dozens of shops, apparently. No one wanted to even touch it. Like, to any degree. There was like no, you got to laser that. For every time it was laser. Every fucking time. So, one of our apprentices at the time, and it could have been anyone here, by the way. That's just for posterity. Because, like, you've done things like this.
Yep.
Alex has done things like this. Terry's done things. Even Dave has done things like this.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, who do we have available? That's who's going to do it, right? And just a little bit of counsel from Terry and I, who, by the way, Terry was still an apprentice at this time.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah, use Panthera Black, Fusion White, and here's what we get. So this was fresh. Or no, this is the healed. I'll put the fresh one in here. This is healed about 2.5 years. And this was, like I said, one full pass and then a highlight. Mm-hmm. That's it. That's all.
And it's just so much better.
Yeah, but like, I had a comment this morning from a person, I'll say, on my YouTube, that said to me, he said, I don't think anyone has ever said it's impossible. They just say nobody wants to put their entire life into tattooing something endlessly. Now, first off, yes, they do say it's impossible. They say it's impossible every day, and every single color or white on black tattoo that's ever posted, they say it constantly. There's no end to the amount that they say that. So don't gaslight me. I still get those stupid comments. I had my Mind Flayer tattoo that Alex did, like clip of it on my leg, go up on my YouTube the other day. And I got a comment from a guy who's like, well, won't it just fall out? And it's like, this is me we're talking about. They're still saying that to me, right? So yes, they sure as fuck do that. Do not try and gaslight me. They do it every day. You tagged me in that one that day, not long ago, and I was like, I can't look at these comments anymore.
Right,
it's just so there's just no excuse for that level of ignorance anymore.
Right.
And it's not based on anything. Like, there's no backing to that. Like, it's like, the strange thing about the tattoo industry, as I've seen, is like, everything that's said is just something that someone told you, or you heard somewhere, or maybe your mentor whispered to you on. Like, there's never anything tested. Like, the most deeply shocking thing about everything that Rick and I did, or Lee and I did, way even before that, over top of black, was like, oh, this was never even tried. Like, it wasn't even like it just barely worked. It wasn't like there was a minor result. It was like, it worked very well,
right,
and easily. Like, it was just like, oh, none of these guys have even tried this, right? So again, the girl that was doing this tattoo was at the shop for around a year at the time she did this.
Yeah.
Around a year. So, just for fucking context here.
Right.
And turned a fucking tribal into a little nice floral on her neck.
And I really want to point out that, like, the artist used white in the black to break up the black tribal and turn it into these stems.
Yeah, it's exactly everything that I've been saying, right?
It just made it just so much more elegant.
But
and then, of course, she did have to work with
you have
the shape of the piece, of course, but
like, you can barely see it.
So much better.
And like, the other important thing to note here is this doesn't happen without black on black either. You can't just go over this with white and get this. Like the whole thing was rebuilt. So when you see these like white on black tattoos and they're really thin, it's because you're not using black on black with them. And I know I say this all the time, but I have to, right? This result can only be done through black on black with white as a highlight.
Right.
Primarily, this tattoo is done with black. If you look at this, it's probably 75% black on black.
Right.
The rest of it is white on black. But like that white on black steals the show.
I think so too.
And so what happens when you see that is most people go, oh, I want to try white on black. They don't see the black on black, and then they go to do this, and then they go, oh, it didn't work like that for me.
No,
that
you,
must be fake.
You for sure need both. Like, you just need to do both.
You can't do, like, it's like doing bad watercolor. Anything without, like, even on normal skin. You go pack some white into normal skin without anything around it, and look how faint it'll be.
I do think, too, like, if this client was willing at the time, and I don't know that they were, but, like, I think color could have made this even better.
Sure, most people don't want to do color.
Yes.
So, like, this is an example of a bog standard client who had almost no money to work with. And if you'll recall, when I did the feature on this originally, I was deeply disturbed that this woman was kind of irritated that she had to come back for a touch-up.
Oh, geez. Yeah.
Which was free and did not tip anything at any point. Which, whatever. Like, people don't have...
fine.
But this is an example, and the reason why I'm so quick to feature this again is this is a perfect example of an average person who wandered in off the road and put almost no effort in and gets a white and black on black tattoo. Right. Because everybody is saying, or now one of the big things that people say, what they do is they move the goalposts, because I have been successful.
Yes,
like
it works.
In everything that I set out to do.
Yeah.
And now I'm rolling around in the mud.
It works, but now they're like, well, what's it going to look like in 2 years? And, well, here's what it looks like in 2 years,
Shifting goalposts is every single thing I said would happen happened exactly as I said it would. Yeah. You can call that ego. You can call me arrogant. I don't give a fuck what you call me. Everything I said went exactly as I said it would. Yeah. There were no things that happened that I was like, oh, that didn't work out. It just all worked. And so then they go, oh, well, the only reason why it works is because he gets touched up all the time. Or he's always getting those worked on. He gets his whole body touched up every day. So
this person didn't get it. Like, they got their initial second pass.
It wasn't even a full second pass.
Yeah, their just initial little touch up. And it was probably like a month or two after the initial tattoo.
Yep. And it was like pulling teeth getting her in here for the touch-up.
And this is now 2 years later, and they've come back, wanting more work, different stuff, whatever. Yep. But I mean, and then we got to see like how well this settled in. Like, that white is still like perfect in the middle. Like, it didn't turn into like a crazy gray or anything in the middle of those stems.
She comes in here, and I just asked to snap a photo in the worst light ever. Yep. I did nothing to stage this. No. Literally brought her back here behind our curtain. Snapped an iPhone photo. Yeah. No light, nothing. It's just, this is how this is. Yeah. So this is a example of I think this woman paid around $300 for this, right? And was in maybe 2 hours and 2.5 hours total. Yeah. For a tribal cover-up on her neck.
And no other shop wanted to touch it.
No one would do this. No one would do this without setting her through years of laser, because laser doesn't happen fast. No. Right? I say you could cover this with anything, right? Like I said earlier, because I have been successful, I'm just going to keep repeating that in everything I said. This is the kind of logic that has me go, I can put a Christmas poo on my leg. Yes. Right? This is mocking. I am openly mocking the industry doing that. That is why I do those things now. It's almost like I am doing the most absurd, preposterous thing on my leg with whoever I want, and it will be brighter than most people's normal color tattoo. So when I look at this, it's like you could do a Mr. Hanky over this if you wanted to. Right. You could do anything you want over this. There's barely any ink in there. When I look at this as a laser guy, it's like you told her to laser that? Half of the ink or more is gone. Right. There's almost nothing in there. just because you think there is doesn't mean there is. When I look at that, it's like age and sun has taken away most of the density of that ink. And so that means whatever new ink you put in there is going to be stronger.
Right.
And it's not a matter of one day that old one will come back. If you really think that that thing's going to reappear out of this tattoo that she has now, you need your head checked. Mm-hmm. Like there's too much done here to keep that from happening. So the reason why I wanted to feature this again is because people say, oh, well, only Remy can do that because he has an unlimited budget and he's always getting tattooed. No, you retard. No, anyone can do this at any size. It's not just for large scale. It's not just for full body suits, and it's not just for people who love changing their tattoos, not touching them up.
Yeah.
There's a very important difference. I have changed my tattoos.
Right.
They have not fallen out. They're not getting touched up all the time. Use that terminology with me, I'm going to call you a fucking moron.
Yeah,
You need to pay attention.
So, like, like with this tattoo, like, yeah, the artist couldn't make it smaller. Mm-mm. Like, you could not make this smaller.
No cover-up will ever be smaller.
Yeah, no cover-up, like, you know, but it's just, it went from being kind of a hideous piece to something elegant.
She never wore her hair down.
So sad.
Or up. And now she always has her hair up. When she came
Right.
in, she had her hair up.
Right.
So this was a life-changing moment.
It was.
And it took a few hours. Mm-hmm. A few fucking hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's done nothing to keep this looking this way.
A few hours and a fairly smart design. But, like, not
You just
no
put
magic.
it in Procreate and draw around it.
Yeah.
Right? It's
No
like,
magic.
Oh, build some. You could have done this. You
No,
just,
yeah.
little flower here, a little leaf here, like done. Mm-hmm. Like in fact, Derry and I were there when she was designing it. She was like, "You sure this is gonna work?" I'm like, "Oh yeah." She didn't even know herself.
Well, that was the first time she really did it, though, right?
So it's like even the tattooer's like, "You guys sure?" It's like, "Yep."
Well,
and then
you
look
guys
at this.
had been doing it.
And it's just one of those things where it's like, I wonder how many people just talking shit with zero clue what they're talking about,
Like,
and they could be doing it themselves.
Every tattoo artist.
And it's like, it's all superstitious. It's nonsense. Like,
Yeah.
it's all just old, weird fucking he said, she said, and literally none of it is based in anything factual. Like, I don't think anything that we thought about tattoos is true anymore. Mm-hmm. Like, and if a lot of the health-related things, if any of them were to be true, I would be dead by now.
Yeah.
Like the idea that you can't sweat, they're gonna clog your pores, your body can't breathe, if your lymph nodes are gonna burst, your liver, you're gonna get liver poison, like all these things. It's like, dude, I've never been in better shape.
Right.
Like I've had zero health complications.
It's true.
Like what the fuck are we talking about? Are we just making things up? Like let's find some actual data. Let's find some actual things that matter instead of just all this hypothesis and speculation that's never really made. Like there are 0 recorded deaths from tattooing in the last 20 years. The World Health Organization reports.
Interesting.
And yet people are trying very hard to find causal links to cancer and all these different things. It's like, dude, if it was happening, you would have people dying.
Yeah.
The only one that has died was the guy who went under for anesthetic.
But that was the anesthetic and not the tattoo.
So but
Like they hadn't even started tattooing him.
no. So I mean, there's just so much stupid nonsense and goofy bullshit where it's like, have you tried that, or are you just saying that? Mm-hmm. And like I said, this girl with no prior knowledge has given this woman on one pass with a touch-up. Mm-hmm. And I don't even think they needed the touch-up. I could put the first pass in here. It looked basically the same. We just did the touch-up for posterity.
Well,
right?
and just to make sure, you want to see it come back.
See these white highlights in here? Mm-hmm. That's what the touch-up was.
Yeah. Well, as I said, you just want to see it come back.
Due diligence.
Yeah.
But getting people back in here for another pass is, as you already know,
it's tricky.
you tell them all, if you want to do the touch-up on the color, I'd like to do a touch-up on the color when it's sealed.
Yep.
How many of them do you see?
Not often.
So, no.
Especially when I'm doing a cover-up, I'm always like, hey, like, if you see any of the old tattoo at any point, let's do a second pass.
Most
I would
people
love to do a second pass.
Like, most people are okay with things that aren't perfect, right? So even if there's something you thought you should do, they're looking at like a 4 out of 10 and they're thinking it's a 9.
But even those lilies that I had tattooed over that green and red and black star circle, and like we did, she came in for a second pass, and it was like barely. You could
Yeah, of course.
barely.
And how long have
see
you been
it.
tattooing?
At that time, maybe a year.
Maybe a year.
Yeah.
And you know what? Someone else would have told her.
No.
Not just no, you need to go laser that first.
Right.
You need to go
yeah.
on some stupid journey, waste thousands of dollars, gain scar tissue because I'm too fucking lazy
Yeah.
or too dumb to do this cover up for you. When it's just like, oh yeah, brand new apprentice, no problem. Look at that. One pass and it's basically good to go.
Yep.
Like, it's just bonehead logic, and I have zero time for it. So, again, just to end this whole thing off, this is as low effort a client as you can imagine. Cheapskate, no time for tattoos, isn't a tattoo person, right? Doesn't care about the culture, doesn't know what this is, has no concept of this. Just wanders in here looking for a cover-up, and a couple hours and a couple $100 later, and she's got a piece she's happy with for the rest of her life. Has done zero maintenance for this. So for the people who are saying, oh, Remy, that only works because you're touching your body up every week. First off, suck my fucking dick. And second off, that's not the case.
Yep.